the discovery of neutrino oscillations at the turn of the millennium upset our notions. This discovery comes in two parts. The first part has to do with the neutrinos from the atmosphere, the atmospheric neutrinos, and the second part with solar neutrinos. And I'll start with the atmospheric neutrinos. Particle showers in the atmosphere produce neutrinos. They produce electron neutrinos and muon neutrinos. Kajita-san headed a group of researchers using the Super Kamiokande detector deep underground in a zinc mine about 250 kilometers northwest of Tokyo in a study of the atmospheric neutrino flux. They wanted to know how the atmospheric neutrino flux varied as a function of energy and arrival direction. Now, neutrinos arrived at Super Kamiokande from all directions. They arrived from above, but they also arrived from below. They traversed the entire Earth without interacting. We have heard that neutrinos were very, very elusive. They hardly ever interact. So it's not so surprising that they can traverse the whole Earth and reach Super Kamiokande from below. Whereas the electron neutrino count in Super Kamiokande seemed okay, the researchers discovered that muon neutrinos seemed to disappear by traveling to the detector, and the more so, the farther they traveled. Now here's a photograph showing the Super Kamiokande detector, a huge tank filled with 50,000 tons of ultra-pure water. And I've circled, I try to see, here we go. I've circled a group of 3 technicians just to show you the proportions of this tank. So there's a huge tank filled with 50,000 tons of water, and the volume of this tank is monitored by about 11,000 optical sensors. And these sensors can detect not the neutrinos themselves, which are invisible, but when they rarely interact with an atom, producing charged particles, electrons and muons. And when these charged particles move through the water, they produce light images, rings like the ring I've shown you here. And so electron and muon neutrinos can be distinguished by means of these rings. Tau neutrinos are generally not detected by Super Kamiokande.